What's cracking, everybody? Zerfelros here, bringing you some Pokemon Go Battle content. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the season of... Anyway, I'm excited. This is a... Dude, if that didn't get you to watch this video, I don't know what does, alright? So we... Oh, I do this to myself. Anyway, we're here talking about, I think it was a season, I don't even know what number this is anymore, 15, 16, 27, I don't know. We're just going to call it the Go Battle League Hidden Gems Update, Season of Hidden Gems, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to start calling them by the names because it makes it easier than taking care of the numbers. Because they name the season differently, or they number the season differently than they do the Go Battle League season, so it's just a pain in the butt. Anyway. Y'all see some Pokemon on the stream. We got Swagsire, we got Alolan Sandslash, we got Wooloo, and we got Gligar. There's some excitement in the air today as we get all this news from Niantic, who has clearly, and I will give them kudos, because they have decided that they will speak with actions rather than words and show us that we do indeed get some updates. Let's talk about everything, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about the whole entire thing here. So starting off with just the post itself, right? So we got the usual stuff. Start your rank over, on Thursday at Niantic time. It's going to reset your rank. You're going to be able to go in there into the battle screen after the reset and claim your rewards. Make sure you pop a star piece beforehand, and everything is going to be rank up. Is going to be the same as last season. They're basically keeping the same ranking system as they always have been. So this is normal, and we're talking about a schedule here now. Real quick before I get into the schedule, in my patron Discord, we have already gone over this whole schedule and all the Pokemon move updates we got planned and everything. I got a channel in my Discord that's specifically for every week of the season, hot picks for the teams that I'm expecting to run, and so you can get in and join that patron Discord and get that early access to that, as well as every meta-analysis and what am I running and what am I going to run, all my teams, literally everything. You guys, this is going to be such a great season, and get in now while it's early, because you get to reap so many benefits by paying I know you have to pay, right? But it's a patron Discord. I do it to help my family. We just use money to raise kids and help family. So all that goes to my family. So anyway, just link in the description. Hopefully, also I got some new. I got a new look here. Socials on the top and in the description. So patron link is in the description. So I spent too long on this already. Goodness gracious me. I can't go back now. I already did the. I'm not doing that again. I already did it once. It's happened. We're not going back. This is one take. This is what you get, folks. And then Metafy, if you're looking to get some coaching this season from yours truly, excellent place to go if you're looking to improve your skills. Hit next rank that you haven't hit yet. Maybe you haven't hit veteran yet. Maybe you're looking to punch expert. Maybe it's your first time hitting ace, who I don't judge, and I think it's great that no matter what your milestone is, I want to help you hit it. So hit me up on Metafy if you're interested in some coaching. And that being said, let's jump into the schedule after a long shilling process, right? So the first week we're going to have the intro to the season starting on June 1st. It's going to be Great League and the Summer Cup Great League editions. So a couple, you got the Open Great League, get to try the new stuff in the Open meta, and you get the Summer Cup, which is a limited cup. I like that they're giving us options in the beginning, but at the same time, some of these cups I wish that they would put like later on, because the fun ones, like last season we had Fantasy Cup in the beginning, and I was like, man, I really wish I had this to climb in. But anyway, second week, we're going to be getting the Great League with Summer Cup Ultra League. So they're basically taking both Summer Cups and putting them right back to back with both Great and Ultra League, which is fine. Most people are going to, if you're tryharding, you're going to hit rank by that second week. So that'll be a good opportunity for the early elo climbing. And you get a second week of Great League, as they've always been so far. In the last few seasons, we've been getting the Open Leagues 2 weeks in a row, and then we're going to get a limited meta every week, changing within the schedule. So third week is going to be Ultra League and Element Cup, Little Cup Edition. These aren't new. The stuff that we're going to be able to play in them may be new, but as far as what the cups are, you probably already know what they are. Ultra League and the Single Type Cup Great League Edition. With the Great League Edition Single Type Cup, any edition, honestly, Single Type Cup is limited to Pokemon with only one type. So like Registeel or think of another pure water type like Samurott, and basically a pure type. So Vigoroth being a pure normal type. Those kinds of Pokemon are going to be in the Single Type Cup. And on the schedule, I'm going to go through the schedule as it says, and I'll add a little bit at the end because I think there might be an error on the schedule that nobody's caught yet, thanks to Pokeminers. Go follow them on Twitter if you don't already. They're an amazing group of people who do a lot of work for this game for very little in return. So appreciate them because they are our Lord and Savior. Anyway, after that, we're going to get the Master Premier Cup and no Open Master League. But we're also going to get, again, another week of the single type cup. Now, it says that, but I think we might be getting something else instead, and I think they may have accidentally put that there by mistake. So the next week, we're going to have the Open Master League, as you would expect during the Master League rotation. And then we're going to get the Retro Cup Great League coming back. Love that cup. Going to be eager to see how it changes with the huge meta shift that we're about to have, though. Great League and Great League Remix are coming up next, and then we're going to get the Great League and the return of the Great League Fossil Cup. Now, if you remember the Fossil Cup, Berserker was busted. And I can't wait to do that again. But we've also got a week afterwards of another week of Fossil Cup, which again, I think they may have added the wrong cup. I think they may have copy-pasted a little too much. And we're going to have Ultra League again. And then we're going to have the Little Jungle Cup and another week of Ultra League. And then here's what I like to see. They have taken into account some of our feedback. Not all of it, because obviously it's not all the way at the end. But all 3 open leagues in the middle of August, which is near the end of the season, which is what I like to see. I like that that's going to be closer to the end where everyone can choose the league they want to push in. And then afterwards, we're going to have Master League for 2 weeks. And then we're going to have the Fantasy Cup Ultra League Edition, which I love that cup. So it's been my favorite limited meta so far. So I can't wait to get back into it when people are actually trying to climb and push. And I want to see how we stack up at that point. Because, well, week 1, everyone's running whatever they want. It's hard to really gauge a meta based on that week 1, and then they're ending the season with another freaking catch cup, which we all know suck. But at least in this case, which we'll see later, they have actually worded that you can use anything you caught this season. So if you want to play the catch cup, you can plan ahead. Otherwise, if you want to play Master League, do it. It's fine. So let's talk about battle events. So what we're going to have is we're going to have a Go Battle weekend on the 1st and 2nd of July. Saturday, Sunday from 12 a.m. to 12 midnight on Sunday. We get 4 times Stardust, so this is just normal stuff, right? We got 20 sets a day. We get 4 times Stardust from win rewards. We get Clay, which I didn't know who this was until I had someone tell me, because I played Gen 5, but I don't remember who the heck Clay was, because I don't think anybody does. You might know, but the Drift Veil theme is where he comes from. He's the Drift Veil gym leader, and his Drift Veil theme slaps. All right, I'm not gonna get demonetized by playing a Nintendo copyrighted song, but it slaps. Go look it up. And then we get the paid battle theme timed research again, so I imagine it's probably gonna be the same as last time. You get 25,000 Stardust for $1. It will be, and you have to play all the games, but at least they're doing it on a weekend so that you don't have to mash it all in one day. So I feel like this is, once again, I feel like they learned from something. And the active leagues during this weekend will be Master Premier and the Great League Single Type Cup. Now, we're going to have an event during the Go World Championships event, which means that we're going to have Triple Stardust and an unknown event. So I don't remember exactly what they did last year. I know that Zacian, I think, was in raids. I know that they've already leaked the raids that we're not going to get it back, I don't think, this time. But stay tuned, because this event usually is pretty good, because they do take the PvP championships pretty seriously. So we're probably going to get a pretty good event for this. A lot of PvP relevant Pokemon are going to be out in the wild and raid spawns, like I imagine they did last year. They had a bunch of they had like Azu and Meditite. There's like a bunch of like really meta theme or meta Pokemon that you can get. So hidden gems rewards. So this is where it gets interesting, right? Excadrill is the rank 1 guaranteed reward. I like this because it's accessibility. It's allowing people to get a high IV Excadrill in their reward pool. You already get a 10-10-10 floor. I think that's pretty nice. You get Squoven at rank 6, Exu at Ace, Gibble at Veteran, Gumi at Expert, and a Pikachu Libre at Legend. And standard encounters. I'm going to let them go. Meryl, Gligar, Wingull, Nosepass, Meditite, Spheal, Frillish, Onix, Lickitung, Wobbuffet, Phantom, Marini, Scraggy, Wooloo, Phalanx, the 5-star raid bosses, Axew, Gibble, and Gumi. So there's a couple of them here I want to highlight, right? So you already saw them on the side of the screen. So Gligar and Wooloo, lads, Gligar and Wooloo are in the reward pool for GBL. That is massive, because that means that during Go Battle Day or weekend, when they typically remove the IV floor, you can get a good dub wall. And we haven't had dub wall in like several years. So this is an excellent opportunity to get dub wall on your Go Battle League roster, you want a hundo for Ultra League, and you want a good, you know, spread, like low attack, high defense and HP for Great League. This is an excellent opportunity this season to get one, so make sure you do so. And Gligar is just something you don't see a whole lot of, and if you all know, Shadow Gliscor was key to my Legend run last season. Or this season, I guess, technically, because we're not done yet. But that's going to be huge. So it's just good to get the candy or the actual Pokemon itself if you don't have it already. The timed research pass is normal. We're going to get a season-long timed research pass, 500 wins, get the charge TMs. Good stuff. All right, here we go. Now, if you didn't already know why you got that stupid cowboy meme in the beginning, this is why. This ridiculous-looking drip right here. I haven't seen a worse Legend pose. I'm sorry, but this is laughable. I understand it's probably got a theme to it and there's a reason for it, but oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I know that some people are going to love this, and I think that's okay. But me personally, subjectively, I think it's awful, and I don't care about it. I really don't. I think that you could have picked literally any really iconic character from the series, and it would have been better than this. So, just going to leave it there. Anyway, so we got the cup breakdown of the cups, right? So, let's talk for a second after this about what I think we might be getting. So, we got Great Ultra and Master. No, you know, we know this. Master Premier is basically Master League, but with no legendaries, mythicals, and no Ultra Beasts. We get the Summer Cup, which is going to be normal, fire, water, grass, electric, and bug in Great and Ultra League. And I won't be able to get a video out for the Summer Cup Great League Edition, but you can definitely expect me to get back on my BS and start putting out limited cups for non-little cups, because I don't touch those very much. If you want little cup information, just join my Discord, because honestly, that's where I'm going to talk about it. I'm not going to make a video on it, because they just hurt my soul to think about. So, but I'll start putting out those meta videos for the Ultra League Summer Cup. And like I said, in my Discord, we've already talked about all these. We've got a list of things that you want to have ready for all these cups. So join it. I mean, it's just a great group of people too. If you're not going to join it for the GBL stuff, join it for the amazing community that's in there. I can't tout it. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop shilling it. All right, I'm done. The single type cup Great League Edition. So again, that's anything with a monotype like Wobbuffet. Or, I mean, even Deoxys Defense and Cresselia would technically fit the bill, but they banned them, which is probably going to make sense because they are just stupid, bulky Pokemon that are just, like, so dynamic that you could probably just... I did the simulated rankings. Deoxys was, like, by far the top of the meta, so... it's probably better that they banned those. But we've got the Retro Cup, which is basically anything of the original type, so Dark Steel and Fairies are not allowed. Fossil Cup is going to be Water, Rock, and Steel only. Again, one thing, pro tip that I can say, have a Berserker ready because that thing slapped so hard in this cup. The Great League Remix, we're going to see the top 20 Pokemon used by trainers of Ace and above rank banned. So I won't, I'm not going to do the Poke Rap here on these guys, but I'm going to be honest, dude. I haven't seen a Skarmory or a Venusaur in a long time. Frostlass, I think, is fringe here, and I like that they put Trevenant on here after they nerfed it. But for the most part, these are really good bans, and I feel like, honestly, they could take this ban list to Worlds, and it would be such an interesting meta, I think. I think that this should be like a play Pokemon meta. It'd be so good. Then we get the Ultra League Fantasy Cup, so it's basically any Dragon, Steel, or Fairy types, with the exceptions of Galarian Stunfisk and Cobalion, which perfectly fine with me. Sure. It was a great meta last time, and I expect it to be again. And then we have the Catch Cup Hidden Gems Edition. So, do you remember back in the schedule when I said that there were 2 weeks, and I feel like they might be adding something else? Well, the Pokeminers recently mentioned that Niantic has pushed the cups for next season. We're going to make a switcheroo here. And 2 cups that were on this list, Ultra Remix and Ultra Premier Classic. Now, obviously, we're not going to get Ultra Premier Classic. It'll be Ultra Premier, as you would expect. But Ultra Remix may also be coming. So I think that these 2 cups are also going to be part of this season's roster. So just keep an eye on the schedule. It may change based on when they find out that they screwed up. Or maybe it's not. Maybe we get 2 weeks of a limited meta. It doesn't seem like it makes sense given the MO, but it's possible. And the Ultra Remix ban list this is the old one from like Season 9. So don't use this. But, man, I would love to see Ultra Remix. I'm an Ultra League fanatic, so I would love to see it. But anyway, so let's talk about move updates, y'all. I'm not gonna do the full crazy go in depth and everything. I'll just give you the surface thoughts, maybe a couple winners and losers here. But we're getting Liquidation as a charge attack. This is a crunch clone, water type crunch clone. So you get 70 power, it's 45 energy. We got the stats after this was pushed out, and it has a chance to lower the defending Pokemon's defense by 1 stage. That's going to be 30% chance. Leafage is a 2-turn fast move that is a bullet punch clone. So it's not great. I don't think Bullet Punch is like amazing or anything. It's okay. It's got the same energy generation as Counter, but it does less damage. So do with that what you will, I guess. Icicle Spear. So Wolverine, our buddy Walrus, he's getting a buff. So he's coming back. You can expect Walrus to be relevant once again. That attack buff is actually going to be kind of useful. Poison Fang is getting a buff in attack. It's going to get 5 damage more, which means Nidoqueen and other Poison Fang users will have some play. Because Poison Fang is still pretty spammy. It's not as spammy as it used to be, but it'll still be good. Rollout gets an extra 5 or an extra damage up to 5. Now, something I noted on Twitter, Yonkus actually put out a Twitter, so shout outs to him for doing all his analysis and stuff. He'll probably do a little bit deeper of an analysis. I'm kind of doing this last minute at like 10 o'clock at night, so forgive me for not doing anything crazy. I don't have, unfortunately, the kind of time that those guys do to put out videos, so I'll leave that to him. Go check his video out. I'm sure he did a great job. I just haven't had the chance to watch it. But he did mention that Dunsparce gets a breakpoint with this buff against Registeel and makes that matchup a lot closer and winnable for Dunsparce. So really interesting bit of information there. Mudbomb gets a buff in power, so again 5 more damage. So, you know, spammy move, Whiscash, Quagsire, who just recently got Mudbomb, as you're going to see in a moment. Those kinds of Pokemon are going to be a little bit more on the offensive side now, because of that buff to Mud Bomb. And also, finally, we get a nerf/buff to Seed Bomb. It does slightly more damage, however, the energy cost has gone up. So, I believe now it takes Trevenant 1 extra Shadow Claw to get to the Seed Bomb, and I think it actually now prefers Foul Play, if I was reading the rankings correctly. So, let's talk about the attack updates, guys. This is going to be where this is a long list, alright? So, strap in, lads. We're going to fire through them, but we're not going to go too crazy, right? So Lone Sandslash getting Drill Run. Straight upgrade from Bulldoze. Doesn't matter what you thought about it. This is an upgrade, and that's it. Cheaper move, probably more damage, so we're good here. Clefable gets Fairy Wind. You see the charge moves on a Clefable, the thing that can get to Meteor Mash, Psychic, and Dazzling Gleam, and I don't even know what else it has. I have to go look. That's some coverage, boys and girls. That's some coverage. One shot that Alolan Ninetales with Fairy Wind and Meteor Mash. That's great. Wigglytuff getting Disarming Voice. It's getting a slightly cheaper Fairy move, but honestly, you're still going to probably run like Disarming Voice and like Ice Beam probably. Doesn't really do a whole lot for Wigglytuff as far as I understand. Golduck is going to get Liquidation, so it's going to get that new move. A lot of stuff is getting Liquidation. It's just a list. Dugong getting Drill Run and Liquidation. So the thing with Liquidation is like all the other water type charge moves in the game except for Hydro Cannon suck. Water Pulse, Aqua Jet, like Hydro Pump, like some of them are okay, like Scald is pretty okay, but the limited use of the good ones it's so far few and far between that we're seeing all the Pokemon here that have the bad ones getting Liquidation, which means that they're going to have some play more so than they did before with the water type coverage they're getting. So Dugong no longer needs Water Pulse. We're gonna have Liquidation. It's probably gonna run Drill Run, Icy Wind, to be honest. You're kind of getting that dual coverage of the whatever defeats, you know, the Steel, and then you've also got for Drill Run, you've also got a Icy Wind for anything in the air, you know, or grass types, you know. So Dugong's gonna be really interesting here, I think. And then we're going to have Cloister getting Liquidation, so it had Hydro Pump, I think, so I guess it's an upgrade. Vaporeon, I guess. I think it might be better for, like, PvE. Some of these might be for PvE, specifically, so if it doesn't really make sense for PvP, I'm just going to assume that it's a PvE move update. Togetic gets Fairy Wind. Now, it's already got Ancient Power, Dazzling Gleam, and Aerial Ace as its charge move pool, so it is a little bit lacking in the good moves department there, but Fairy Wind allows it to become a very decent core breaker to the Noctowl Medicham core, so let's keep that in mind as we go through some of these. Quagsire, Swagsire, my boy Swaggy Sire over here. It's getting Mud Bomb, the buffed Mud Bomb. that actually makes it the Shadow Quagsire. Again, shout out to Junkus because he was the one who I saw this information from in the first place. Noted that Shadow Quagsire is like rank 11, or it's like in the top 20 of the Great League meta. So having Mud Bomb makes a huge difference for Shadow Quagsire. It's massive. Tyranitar getting Brutal Swing. This is definitely PvE. I did find out after the update dropped that this is definitely PvE because it makes Tyranitar the best dark type attacker in the game. Credilli getting Rock Slide is giving it basically a cheaper rock type move. Stone Edge maybe was already overkill. I mean, to be honest, it's like Stone Edge either over the one-shots things or it doesn't quite one-shot things, and you still need to get to another one. So Rock Slide just feels better because you're still going to two-shot the things that you probably would have two-shot with Rock Slide, and probably going to near one-shot the things that the Stone Edge probably would have one-shot. So Armaldo and Floatzel are getting Liquidation. Not super meta relevant, but maybe something like in the Fossil Cup Armaldo might be useful. Probably not, but we'll see. Driftland getting Mystical Fire, I think, is one of the biggest winners of this whole update because it allows Driftland to snatch the G-Fisk and Registeel matchups with Mystical Fire, going straight Mystical Fire in any even shield scenario. And that's amazing. I think that that's going to be disgusting, and the Shadow does it even better. And I built a Shadow Driftloom today, and I can't wait to use it. Snover and Abomasnow are both getting Leafage, the fast attack. So Snover is going to be for Element Cup, and then Abomasnow is just general. It's giving us a good, or I would say, it's giving us a usable option for Grass type coverage. That's not Razor Leaf, which is fine with me. Probopass getting the Zap Cannon. Heatran getting Earth Power could be really interesting for Master League. Samurott getting Liquidation. I don't really know if it needed this because it already had Hydro Cannon and had Razor Shell. I guess. But Whimsicott getting Seed Bomb means now it doesn't have to get to, what is it, got Energy Ball or something? I don't even know if there's really that big of a difference in the energy that needed for Seed Bomb versus Energy Ball anymore because of the nerf. But it's got an extra Grass move option, I guess, so cool. Caracosta gets Liquidation. And here's another one of my big favorite winners. Emolga gets Acrobatics. This now also solidifies it as a Noctowl Medicham Core Breaker. Beats both very, very convincingly. Electros getting Liquidation, adding another good charge move to this electric Pokemon's move pool. It's not that Electros is bad. I think the issue was that it didn't really have a way to fight back against ground types, and now that it does, could be a very interesting Pokemon. Electric types are typically pretty attack weighted, so we'll see how that goes. We're sitting at 22 minutes. Let's go. Litwick is getting Mystical Fire. This is definitely an Element Cup buff. Beartic is getting Liquidation. Now, I didn't know how crazy this thing's move pool was until recently. So it gets Liquidation. It also has like Rock Slide and Crunch and like Avalanche, I think. It gets a bunch of different really interesting charge moves. And it also has Charm and Powder Snow. So like this thing isn't awful. I think maybe it just needs the right meta. So I don't know. Maybe its stats just suck. I haven't really looked into it, to be honest with you. Rowlet, Dartrix, and Decidueye all getting Leafage, which is really huge. I think they're a really decent winner. They're not going to be like overtaking Trevenant as the next best Grass Ghost type. But the fact that they're not locked into Razor Leaf and Astonish anymore is huge. It allows them to actually use their charge moves, which is really nice. Primarina getting Disarming Voice. This is going to be huge in the Master League, where Primarina really could use a lower energy move because all it has is nukes. So when it gets Hydro Cannon, this thing is going to be disgusting. Fomantis is another Element Cup buff where it gets Leafage. Lantus also gets Leafage, so it's nice to get stab, fast move damage. And then Glycipod getting Liquidation. The heavens above have sung, and they've given Glycipod a good water type move. Now, it could use another decent charge move, but it's got Shadow Claw, it's got Waterfall. This thing with Liquidation can beat Charizard, which is already huge, because I think Charizard already gets one shot by Liquidation, to be honest. So Glycipod being able to beat Charizard as a bug type is really huge. And Ursaluna getting the long-awaited Ice Punch, allowing it to really fight back against the dragons in the Master Premier Cup that it's going to have to deal with. Maybe even in the Master League Open, I don't know. I'm gonna leave that up to you Master League enthusiasts to really figure that out. I'm just a wee babby in the Master League. See, I've only got a small roster and I don't know a whole lot, so I'll let you guys handle that part. But that's gonna be the end of it. Now, don't click away quite yet, because what I want to show you this new fresh look on PV Poke. He's bringing it out. This is a, you can find it on his Twitter. Go to PV Poke's Twitter, and he linked out this new version of the PV Poke with all the new stuff on it. So here you see Shadow Quagsire is rank 11. I just wanted to take a second at the end of the video here to just kind of shout this out. I don't have the thought capacity. I've worked all day. I've pondered over this endlessly throughout the day as well. I'm just going to let it be to the better people that have the mental capacity to go over all this stuff. And you know I'm going to talk about it throughout the season, so we don't have to go over it all right this second. But there's a lot to unpack here. I cannot wait for the season to start on Thursday, and I hope that all of you are also excited as well. This is a good chance for us to see that PvP has not been forgotten about. I'm just hoping that Niantic is going to be able to continue to do this at a regular pace for us. We also have confirmation from a 90-minute interview with Zoe Two Dots that she did with Michael Staranka. Please go watch that interview. I'm probably going to forget to link it, but please go watch it. It's amazing information. And Michael has told us through the interview that we're not worried about Worlds being a factor anymore. We can handle move updates prior to Worlds, and he has acknowledged that and said we're not going to worry about it anymore because we gave him that feedback. And that's what is important here is constructive criticism and feedback. They do hear it, and it is used, even though sometimes it may not be so obvious. It is heard, and sometimes it even gets applied to our wonderful game. So thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to finish it up there. Let me know in the comments what you're going to do with all this new information and these new builds. I'm curious to see what everyone else is going to do. And just last time I'm going to say it, join the Discord. I would pay for it, all right? I've been in there. I've made the darn thing. If I was on the other side, I would pay for it. And I'm not just saying that. I mean it genuinely. So thank you all so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.